mommy, community, and action. But oh my, love the sound of that. Look, daddy, there's a book for me too. But oh my, love the sound of that. Creative, affirming, and culture for me too. Look, granny, I love the sound of that. Look, granny, I love the sound of that. Look, granny, I love the sound of that. Learning and exploring my history, you see. Look, mommy, I love the sound of that. We confident, we practice and develop fluency. Look, daddy, I love the sound of that. Families, they bonding, they representing me. Look, granny, I love the sound of that. Look, auntie, I love the sound of that. Nice, I see, I love the sound of that.
So reliable, culturally relevant. Sit back and listen to the wisdom while we represent. So reliable, culturally relevant. Readers to leaders, they hold it down where they have to sit. So reliable, culturally relevant. Sit back and listen to the wisdom while you represent. So reliable, culturally relevant. Readers to leaders, they hold it down, yeah, they have a sit.
Look, mommy, community in action. Well, oh my, love the sound of that. Look, daddy, there's a book for me too. Well, oh my, love the sound of that. Creative, affirming, culture for me too. Look, granny, I love the sound of that.
Greetings, Virtual Village family. How are you all doing this evening? There's that comment we always look for. It's Shania giving us that good evening greeting. Welcome, welcome, Pumpkin. We are so glad that you are here with us. Your presence is always loved and valued. And all Virtual Village family tuned in. If you don't know by now, I am Star Armstrong, the founder of Clever Communities in Action, and you are tuned into the Virtual Village show. And we are all about that literacy, culture, community, and love life. I tell you what, it ain't nothing but a literacy party here, all right? So make sure you guys have your ticket that you are on board for this party, okay? So look, last night we had a wonderful time with our community connection. Mr. Jordan and I, we had two wonderful guests. We had Sister Kiwana on, an author of multiple books, as well as raising her whole household is all about literacy with her daughter Taylor and the book that she has written. And then we had Mia, who is a comic book writer. And oh my gosh, her comic books are everything, you guys. You need to make sure you caught last night's show if you didn't go back and catch it, because it was some wonderful gems on there. And so tonight is going to be just as lovely, just as great. You guys know that on Mondays and Wednesdays is the foundational literacy lessons, because we understand that literacy is liberation, and we have to make sure that our children, that our community has a strong foundation when it comes to literacy. And this is a no judgment zone. So whether you are 5 or whether you are 85, come and brush up on these skills and make sure that you have a wonderful time with us, because we do it with the best teachers who teach with tender love and care. All right. And then we have all these other nuggets that we drop throughout the show. If you guys don't know, also next week is our last week of our second season of our fall season. All right. But don't fret, because we will have the playbacks, and we're going to have some other content coming for you guys as well. But next week is the last season. So anyway, I am going to step away from this screen and get this party started, okay? So you guys stay tuned, get ready to get amped, all right?
Greetings, virtual villagers. My name is Shania, and do you know what time it is? It's affirmation time! Time to remind ourselves how great we are. So everybody, repeat after me. I am smart. I have purpose. I am confident. I am valuable. My voice is worthy of being heard. I am an asset to my family, school, and community. I respect myself and I respect others. I am beautifully made inside and out. I love my beautiful hair and I love my beautiful brown skin. I am more than enough. Great job, virtual villagers. Can I get a virtual high five? Great job. And always remember how fantastic you are.
Greetings, virtual villagers. I'm Makai, and today's quote is by Star Armstrong. As we teach children to read, we must provide them with books that pique their interest and affirm their value of the experiences and extinct in the world.
This episode of the Virtual Village Show has been brought to you by Truist.
Good morning, students!
Professor Ramona and I are going to be working on fractions today.
Encuentra el país.
Alas, poor Yorick. I knew him.
Excuse me.
Ay, de nuevo. Teachers are doing whatever it takes to connect with their students.
202.
And Cox is too, by connecting over 140,000 eligible students in need with low-cost internet.
Who wants to see it again?
With the Connect to Compete program from Cox.
Buying or selling a home doesn't have to be difficult. At the James Allen Group, we work tirelessly to get families into homes and to get our listings sold quickly at the best price. James Allen, our principal broker, has over 30 years of experience as a realtor. As a U.S. Navy veteran, his knowledge of Hampton Roads and its community is a vital tool in meeting the home buying needs of military families. If you're ready to buy or sell your home, contact the James Allen Group at 757-449-8322. Sign up today for our free home buyer or seller seminar at jamesallengroup.com.
Since the beginning of the pandemic, Clever Communities in Action and our community partners have taken action to motivate and inspire children and families online. From reading culturally affirming literature, teaching foundational literacy lessons, and creating jobs for youth, our virtual village continues to grow. To be part of our virtual village, donate or learn how we are keeping literacy alive, visit clevercommunities.org.
All right, y'all. Yes, so we had a word from our sponsors and we had a word from our Shania. I promise you, Rodney and I always talk about how much of a pick-me-up that is when she delivers that affirmation. Oh my goodness, if you were having a day, a slow day, a down day, whatever was going on, I guarantee you it's a pick-me-up. And we really encourage you guys to learn that affirmation, to learn that mantra, and that the little ones in your lives are reciting that, and it becomes a part of their daily speech, their daily affirmation. There's a lot of power in it, and particularly in the words and her delivery. And also, it's on the Clever Communities in Action Facebook page. So if you want to use that affirmation with the little ones in your lives, you guys, we definitely have it on there by itself. So you can get that and just play that one over and over and over again with your little ones. And also for us bigger people, you know, I think it's very encouraging for us as well. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. And then Makai always comes through with those quotes. We definitely appreciate him for that. And then before we get on with the night, I do have an announcement that I have to make. I got to let you know about the wonderful things that we have going on here at the Virtual Village. So tomorrow, well, this week, you guys are getting an extra day of programming from us, right? A whole extra day. And let me tell you what's going down. If you've been with us A1 Day 1, then you know that we had our Virtual Village 2020 influencers, and one of them happened to be the fantastic Jaimir. And Jaimir is now a freshman at Howard University, making his mark there, doing wonderful things there. And he will actually be hosting a presentation by his psychology professor tomorrow. And she actually has put a wonderful presentation together for our little people. It's family programming, but it's geared towards our little ones. And she is going to be talking about culture around the diaspora. What is culture? And then she's infusing some literacy lessons and some storybook readings in there. And we had the pleasure of seeing the presentation beforehand. So I definitely tell you that you want to tune in. I knew it would be great, but I was like, oh, you know, this is really good. I'm going to be typing stuff in about this. So you definitely want to gather your little ones around, parents as well, and tune in for that. It's tomorrow at 7 p.m., hosted by our very own Jaimir and his professor, Dr. Brookins, professor of psychology at Howard University, is doing this presentation. So it is the Howard Takeover. Is it possible, family? Is it possible for y'all to put that flyer up right now? Can I get from our tech? Yeah, there it is. There it is. So take that in tomorrow. You see that we have John Muir to the right and Dr. Brookins on the left, and her presentation actually exceeds what we thought. I mean, we knew it was gonna be dope, but when we saw it, we were like, wow, okay. All right, you guys, bring me back. So we want to see you guys tuned in. Put it in your calendar right now. Pause for the cause and put it in your calendar. Tune in, pull up. All right, so now we are going to get on with the show. It is time for foundational literacy. It is foundational literacy time. Again, literacy is the basis. It is the foundation of learning, and we are working to build strong, confident readers, motivated readers, but making sure that, again, those basic skills, the ones that are the building blocks for learning how to read, that transition our little ones from learning to read to reading to learn, that they are intact, all right? So if you've been tuning in to the fall season, you know we have the best teachers here. We have the wonderful teachers, the teachers who care about their students, who are teaching virtually all day, and then come here to show love to the Virtual Village family, dropping these nuggets. So tonight we have with us the fantastic Miss Owens. Where you at? There she is. There she is. How are you doing, sis?
I'm doing better now.
Good. So glad to hear that. Did Shania lift your spirits?
Definitely. Every time.
Every time. We're always backstage like, I am powerful. My voice is worthy of being heard. Yes. We love that. Shania, if you are tuned, if you are still here, just know that we really, really appreciate you. And as always, you come through and do a great job, baby girl. Yes. Oh, yeah, she's here. She's here with the greeting. Shania is here with the greeting. She said, hi, Miss Owens. Hi, Miss Owens, with her precious self. Yes. So, are you ready for this lesson tonight? Are you ready to deliver this lesson tonight?
Absolutely.
Okay, well, everybody wants the lesson, so I am going to step away and let you do your thing, all right?
All right, sounds great. All right, hi, Virtual Villagers. Happy Wednesday. I'm so happy to be here today. So I have 3 literacy lessons that I want to give you today, short little nuggets. The first one I want to start off with is talking about the short U sound. The short U sound. So I am going to say a word, and we are going to say each sound and listen for that short U sound. Now the U says It says So let's try it. Our first word is cup. 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 Very good. Now our second word is pug. Pug. That's a dog. It's a type of dog. Good job. The third word is Doug. Doug. Very good. Doug. Our next word, we use it for our hot cocoa. Mug. 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 Very good. And the last word is a baby dog. Pup. 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 Awesome job, Virtual Villagers. That is our short U sound. Now, the next thing we're going to talk about is past and present tense verbs. Now, you're probably wondering, I can't remember what a verb is. No worries, because I'm going to tell you. Now, verbs are words that show action or something that you do. So action or something that you do is a verb. Now, the past tense means it's already been done. So present, now, past, it's already been done. So let's look at some examples. So the first word we have is forget. That is the present tense of the word, forget. But if I want to say From yesterday, I would say I forgot. So forget is present, forgot is past tense. All right, let's do another one. I have drive. The present tense is drive. But if I want to say I did it yesterday or earlier today, I would say drove. So present tense is drive, past tense is drove. Good job. So now I want to see if you can think of any. So what would be the past tense of eat? So what would I say if I did that earlier? Yes, that is correct. Ate. Ate. Ate is the past tense of eat. What about wake? What would be the past tense of wake? Yes, you're so smart. It is woke. So the present tense is wake. The past tense is woke. Great job. Let's do another one. What would be the past tense of see? Like I see you. Yes, can't trick you guys. It is saw. Past tense of see is saw. Good job. So let's do one more. What is the past tense of know? I know you know this. Yes, that's right. It is new. The past tense of know is new. Fantastic job, virtual villagers. Great job. So our reading strategy today that we're going to focus on is identifying the conflict, that is the problem, and the resolution, that is the solution to the problem. So when we read our story, we're going to think about what is the problem that is happening in the story, and how does the character in the story solve that problem.
All right. All right, Miss Owens. As always, you give a wonderful lesson, very spirited and very important. Yeah, I mean, again, as we get near, we're in our next to the last week of this programming, and we just can't stress enough how important it is that our children are tuned in, or anybody who this is of value to, and they get these bite-sized nuggets of foundational literacy lessons. It reinforces what's going on in the classroom, and the children can also, or again, anybody can watch this at their own pace. It's a no judgment zone. And again, we have teachers who teach with love, who have an understanding and concern about what our children are dealing with. And so the love always emanates. You know, anything that I'm doing with children, I'm like, whoever is on the team, you got to be about the love. Like the love has to be the foundation. And we know we all come with the skills and the things, you know, whatever said degrees or certificates or whatever, but that love has to be the grounding, the foundation. And we definitely feel that when our virtual village teachers come on, and we know that our virtual village teachers are giving that love to the classroom that you guys have as well. So it's a win-win-win all around for the community, right?
Yes.
Yes, yes, yes. So look, we are going to have a quick word from our sponsors. And when we come back, Miss Owens is going to read us a story. And we always love when Miss Owens reads stories. So don't you guys go anywhere. Sit tight.
Yes.
Smart kids make our world better. At Heavenly Hearts, we believe that the right foundation is key to our future leader success. With our 4 key learning principles, which are inclusive learning environment, early exposure to financial literacy, community engagement, science and technology with engineering, art, and math labs, will enrich each one of our future leaders as well as the community they are part of. In these unprecedented times, the $59 billion childcare industry has been dramatically impacted by the pandemic. Heavenly Hearts has currently implemented several advanced health and safety precautions to protect our children and staff at our current licensed facility in Chesapeake, Virginia. Our new location will continue to use advanced technology to protect our children from this and future threats to their health and safety, as our mission is to educate, empower, and equip our students with the necessary foundation to be holistically successful throughout life. We invite you to get involved. As an investor or community partner, you can help in a variety of ways. Contact Serena Mang at 757-254-8156. This episode of the Virtual Village Show has been brought to you by Truist.
Hi, welcome back, Virtual Villagers. So I have one of my favorite books that I got this summer, and I'm going to read this book with you tonight, and we're going to figure out what is this character's problem? What is her conflict that she's having in this story? It is called Don't Touch My Hair. And I like this book because this is something I used to say when I was a little girl, just like her. And it is written by Sherry Miller. All right, let's find out. I'm Aria, and this is my hair. Look at her hair. I love my hair. It's soft and bouncy and grows up toward the sun like a flower. I love it up or down, styled or wild. I don't care. I just want it to be free. Actually, everyone loves my hair too. When I walk down the street, I hear so many compliments. It's so big. How do you get it so fluffy? I wish I had hair like that. It's great that people love my hair, but some love it so much they want to touch it. And I don't like that. What does it feel like? They are so curious about my hair that they try to touch it without even asking for permission. Oh, I want to feel. Me too. She's running. I get very good at avoiding hands. I have to start looking for ways to hide my hair. Oh my goodness. She looks like she's doing some karate or something, some gymnastics. I try blending in with the scenery, but I'm quickly spotted. Over here. I try hiding underwater, but it doesn't last long. Oh, wow. I love your hair. Can I touch it? This is silly. The mermaid and the octopus wants to touch her hair. Yeah. I escape to the jungle, but the critters just can't keep their hands to themselves. Let me touch. Me first. No, me. I think we're figuring out the conflict. Even in the tallest castle tower, someone is always there, ready and waiting to touch my hair. Girl, your hair is fierce. Yes, it is. No matter how far I go, it doesn't seem to matter. How do you get it so big? outer space. Aliens even like her hair. Finally, I find a place where no one wants to touch my hair. But after a few hours, I get lonely. She's on a deserted island all alone. So she just doesn't like anybody touching her hair. I think that's our problem here. I decide to go home. She's rolling home. I try my best to ignore the attention, but as a hand sinks into my hair, wow, it looks so soft. Ooh, it is soft. I decide I can't take it anymore. That's it. That's enough. Don't touch my hair. She is mad. Look at that. Don't touch my hair. All capital letters. This is my hair. It's great that you love it. I love it too. But please, just look and don't touch without my permission. I'm with her. The next time someone asks or wants to touch my hair, they ask, "Can I touch your hair?" I reply, "Not today." She says, "Okay." Now it feels great to walk down the street without anyone trying to touch my hair. My curls are free to reach for the sun, just like a flower. Some people still ask to touch my hair, but if I say no, they listen. Hello. But if you ask nicely, sometimes I say yes. And that is don't touch my hair. So she didn't like anybody touching her hair. That was her problem. So how did she solve that problem? She spoke up. Instead of staying quiet, she told everybody how she felt. And once she spoke up and told them how she felt, then people start respecting her space and wouldn't touch her hair anymore. I think she did a good job.
That was an excellent story. And our Shania says she loves that book. So glad that you like it. And it was a wonderful story, wonderful delivery. And as you said, speaking up and having our young people, and shoot, even sometimes grown people have to understand being able to have agency over ourselves, over our bodies, and understanding that it is okay to tell people, you know, this is my personal space. You have to stay back. And so equipping our children with the confidence to know how to say that, because unfortunately the entire world is not like our virtual village. There are some people out there who will try to trample all over us and don't mean us the best. So we have to know how to keep them at bay. So that was a wonderful story. And you know, our hair is phenomenal, and people they marvel at our hair, and they are amazed at it, as they should be. But that does not give them the right to touch without permission. Yes. So wonderful story you picked out there. Does it happen to be one of your favorites?
It is. When I saw that, I had to have it because once again, it was a story that I related to as a child. Like, this was me. This was me as a little girl. Like, wow. Yes.
So they were all over your hair?
Yes. And even today, even as an adult, I have a sensitivity to it. I can feel somebody touching it. Even if I don't see them, I can feel it and I jump because I'm just like, I had that so much as a child, people touching me. And I'm like, Don't
I
touch
don't know
it.
what makes people think that they can just go and, just run all through somebody's hair like that. But skirt, gotta let them
Yes.
know. And then we know Solange had the song, Don't Touch My Hair. So yes, it's a resounding theme that a lot of us Black women and Black girls can understand. So thank you for sharing that story and that wonderful literacy lesson. You will be back with us next week on the last week, right?
Well, Monday I will be here.
Yes. So we'll have some wonderful reminiscing that we'll do on Monday for this great season that we've had thus far. And it's always a pleasure to have you, sis. Love how you deliver these lessons. And again, so much love to you for the effort, the time, the energy, the love that you put into our students on a daily basis. And then the special love and attention that you bring to the virtual village.
Thank you for doing this.
You are very welcome. It is a team effort. It's a family affair. So look, you enjoy the rest of your evening and we will see you again on Monday, and make sure that you tune in tomorrow. All right. For culture, for our dosage of culture. All right. It's the Howard University takeover.
Yes. Howard University. Yes.
All right, sis. Well, you have a good evening.
Thank you too.
You're welcome. Yes. So Miss Owens always comes with a great lesson and the wonderful story time. Like I said, we have the best teachers, some of the best teachers around here with the virtual village. We hope you guys are enjoying this. And then let me see. I feel like I'm getting a message that we may have some technical difficulties going on. You guys, that's not us. But things happen like that, and we know that ever since COVID hit, right? And all things have become virtual. The technical difficulties happen sometimes, but you guys, please bear with us. Hang on in there, because we have the show that you guys know and love. It is time for that moment in history.
Greetings, virtual villagers. I am Jameer, here to bring you today's moment in history. In 1964, 5 Black churches, a Masonic hall, and a Baptist center were burned by white terrorists. Given this culmination of domestic terrorism, Ernest Chilly Willie Thomas and Frederick Douglass Kirkpatrick founded the Deacons for Defense in November 1964 to protect civil rights workers, their families, and the Black community against the local KKK. Most of the deacons were veterans with combat experience from the Korean War and World War II. On February 21st, 1965, the day of Malcolm X's assassination, the first affiliated chapter was founded in Bogalusa, Louisiana, followed by a total of 20 other chapters in Louisiana, Mississippi, and Alabama. The police and sheriff in Bogalusa, as well as most government organizations, were all infiltrated by the Klan. As a result, the only protection the people of Bogalusa had against the Klan was the deacons. The Bogalusa chapter gained national attention during the summer of 1965 and due to their violent struggles with the Ku Klux Klan. The deacons' militant confrontation with the Klan in Bogalusa throughout the summer of 1965 was planned to gain federal government intervention. These tactics proved successful when in July 1965, escalating hostilities between the deacons and the Klan in Bogalusa provoked the federal government to use Reconstruction-era laws to order local police departments to protect civil rights workers. In 2003, a television movie, Deacons for Defense, directed by Bill Duke and starring Forrest Whitaker, was aired about the 1965 events in Bogalusa.
Greetings, virtual villagers. I'm Asia, and I'm here for today's book recommendation. Jameer told you about the Deacons for Defense and Justice. We could not find a children's book on or near this topic, but we suggest you gather together as a family and read and discuss the Deacons for Defense, Armed Resistance in the Civil Rights Movement by Lance Hill. There is a lot to be learned, debunked, and appreciated here. You can purchase this book at your local Black-owned bookstore or visit smile.amazon.com and add Clever Communities in Action As your charity, and Amazon will donate a percentage of the price of your purchases at no cost to you.
All right, virtual villagers. So listen, these moments in history are especially important to us. And again, these are, we called it moments in history because these are things that Black people contributed to this society, to this world, to this country. And we are not otherizing it. The fact that it's Black people is imperative, is important, and we are proud of that. But Black people made contributions again to the world that have changed the world. All right. So these are moments in history. Don't let them otherize our history. We affect the country. We affect the world. And so we wanted again to make sure that we included a lot of Black resistance. And I have not encountered in definitely not in grade school and not in higher education anything about the Deacons for Defense. I actually found out about them as an adult. And I was enthralled. We were not able to find a children's book, as Asia said, in regards to that topic. But the book that we did recommend is something that can be read together as a family or parents. You read the book and then you give the bite-sized lessons to your children. But it's important for us and for our young people to know that people fought back, that we fought back, that we were courageous. Those are the stories that are not always told in the midst of terror, domestic terrorism. And as they stated, it's Veterans Day today. And a lot of the Deacons for Defense were veterans with combat experience. And they had to take that experience and take back their communities. You know, just people trying to live, go to work, do things that we should have the right to do daily as citizens of a country. Well, these men took it upon themselves to defend their communities, to defend their families, to defend their wives and children and the women around them. And so we definitely want to pay our respects to them and make sure that these stories are told. They also mentioned, Jamir mentioned that there's a movie, and I believe you can actually go on YouTube and watch that movie, but become acclimated with that. Those were turbulent times, and understand the fearlessness and courageousness in which we come from. And we have to have that same bit of fearlessness and courage as we move forward in life today. But just understand the sacrifices that were made and understand the strength. Understand the strength and know the stories that do not always get told, and be proud. Okay. Be proud. It was not always passive. It was not always people just cowering to the situation, and understand the gravity of the situation and what all it took to fight back, being outnumbered, being outmanned in those situations. Okay. So we have much respect for the deacons and for all the people who paved the way for us to be right here doing the things that we are doing right now. So anyway, it's been a wonderful lesson. It is always great tuning in with you guys. I love my virtual village family. You all are the best. Again, next week is our last week of the fall season. So make sure you guys are tuned in. And tomorrow again is the Howard University Takeover. So pull up at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right. And tune in to the lesson that Dr. Bree L. Brookins of Howard University, psychology professor, as well as our very own Jamir, what they will be doing tomorrow. Okay. What they are going to bring us. There's the flyer. We have posted it, and you can go to our Facebook page. Make sure that you share it. Tell somebody who knows somebody so everybody can tune into this. All right. We always say that we want this quality programming, that we want family programming. And like I always say, y'all got to be working day and night to make sure that you have it. Okay. So tune in. All right. Much love, family. Y'all have a great evening. Peace.
Look, mommy, community in action. But oh my, let us down to that. Look, daddy, there's a book for me too. But oh my, let us down to that. Creative, affirming, and culture for me too. Look, granny, and let us down to that. Look, granny, and let us down to that. Look, granny, and let us down to that. Learning and exploring about history, you see. Look, mommy, and let us down to that. We confident, we practice and develop fluency. Look, daddy, and let us down to that. Families they bonding and representing me. Look brand new, love the sound of that. Look empty, love the sound of that. Nice, I see, love the sound of that.
So reliable, culturally relevant. Sit back and listen to the wisdom while we represent. So reliable, culturally relevant. Readers to leaders, they hold it down where they have to sit. So reliable, culturally relevant. Sit back and listen to the wisdom while you represent. So reliable, culturally relevant. Readers to leaders, they hold it down, yeah, they have to sit.
Look, mommy, give me the lead in action. Well, oh my, love the sound of that. Look, daddy, there's a book for me too. Well, oh my, love the sound of that. Creative, affirmative culture for me too. Look, brand new, love the sound of that.